Warning, this podcast contains country music. What's up, everyone, and welcome to the ASOTVpodcast for iZombie, Season 2, Episode 4, Even Cowgirls Get the Black and Blues. I'm your host, Dom. With me, my co-host, Nikki.
Hello.
And my co-host, B.
Ha.
A.K.A. Kim.
Ha.
A.K.A. Huffity Puffity.
Uh-huh.
A.K.A. Lover of Murlocs. A.K.A. What did you guys think of this podcast? Or this show? This podcast? What did you guys think of this podcast that we haven't done yet?
It just started, so I have no comment.
Okay. What did you guys think of this show? This episode?
It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be because I absolutely cannot stand country music, so I was really dreading it, but it was kind of funny.
It was.
There's no talk of tractors. There was no talk of losing their dog. There was no...
Well, they did lose their dog.
There was kind
yes,
of
they
losing
did.
the
You're
dog.
right. They did lose the dog. The
Yeah.
dog did disappear.
But yeah, there was none of the stereotypical country stuff. There wasn't even a mechanical bull.
No, there wasn't.
There was no mechanical bull.
So
Though there was mention of this said.
Robbie wanted to ride the bull.
right.
Yes.
So all the classic stereotypes were gone. There was no screen door slamming and keying the car doors and none of that. So
No.
You know. But I don't know. The case itself, we had Lacey who just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. There really wasn't much more to it than that.
Yeah.
But the brains, which we talked about this a couple episodes ago, where we're like, oh, this time they're just going with whatever's fun for this season instead of like the drawbacks, because there really weren't any drawbacks to her, having the brain this episode.
None at all. No. Yeah.
I mean, Clive was still looking at her like he wanted to slap her silly because she was acting different again, but...
She was making some really weird country references.
Yeah, and talking Southern and he just, he's gonna catch on to her at one point, and it's gonna be because she knows the person that died, she eats the brain, and she takes on the mannerisms of that person. He's gonna think something's up, and that's what's gonna happen.
I mean, with Babinaw, we don't really ever get too much story with him. He's always just like the detective on the case. Like we learned very, very little in terms of the growth of his character for every character. I mean, some kids from Major's shelter group got more backstory than Babinaw.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's how it's been.
We did get early on in the first season. We did get an episode where it was his work with Vice, and because he had that I can't remember the gang that he had been dealing with. I don't remember.
Yeah.
What the gang was, but that was the only episode that we really got any real stuff when it came to him.
Yep. But it looks like they're setting him up with a love interest.
Yeah, that's what this
I hope.
looks like.
You know what? I hope she dies.
Wow.
I think that's gonna be the brain that Liv eats, and he figures out that she's actually a zombie.
That would be interesting.
I thought that
like
immediately when you said that. What? You're like, I don't like her.
I don't like her.
I think she's a very awkward character. That she came in awkwardly, and she's just so far just been awkward. Like
no, she seems like a manipulative bitch. Like, hey, that guy, he shouldn't be burning that candle in here. It doesn't smell like a real police office. Like, come on. If I was her, I'd be like, oh, damn. He's trying to get his chi all up in here, and it smells nice. It smells better than sweaty prisoners and, vomit and stuff. But she wants that shit.
Vomit?
She's
what
stupid.
police station do you hang out at?
No, she said she was gonna vomit. She's trying to make a joke. I don't get manipulative, but okay.
No, she was stupid.
Oh, okay. I got a whole nother vibe, obviously. I felt like she's kind of like this weird filler character that was like out of place and awkward. That's what I got from her.
Yeah, I mean, their track record with introducing people though has never been that great.
No, that's true.
This is true.
Like,
They're not
look
very good
at Peyton. When Peyton was first introduced, we all hated her.
We
we
did.
Like, she's stupid. There's no point to having her on the show.
And I still hate her, and I still think she's pointless.
Now that Peyton's back, they totally fleshed her out and made her interesting.
Yeah, she actually has some story device like connected to her now, so it's okay.
Yeah,
but I still don't like her.
We saw her at the beginning of the episode, not the first scene, but like the second scene, of the episode, and she's having the talk with Liv, and we finally get to hear, like her side, why she left, why she came back, all that. And I sympathized with her. I was just like,
I like how she's curious now. She's all like, I got zombie questions.
Yeah, I got whole pages full of zombie questions. So
wait till she finds out about the tainted utopium and that they need some to cure people. Then she's gonna be like, "Shit, I'm trying to stop that from happening." Uh-oh.
Yeah,
but I mean, at the same time, she could kind of help with that too, because if she's the one busting, she could give Liv the leads and look the other way, kind of thing. But
I don't know. Blaine seems to have a handle on that so far.
Blaine is definitely Blaine's got his grubby little hands and everything, right? So, we find out he's working, or we don't find out. This episode, he starts working with Peyton, and he's like giving up all this information because he wants to become Seattle's new kingpin. Like, he wants to be the crime lord. He wants to be involved. So he's got to overthrow other people. What better way than to have the DA go after him?
We found out Mr. Boss's full name today, didn't we?
Yeah.
Well, like in this episode.
She did say it. I don't remember what it was.
It started with an S.
Yeah, I don't remember.
But yeah, she did say the whole name, and I thought it was pretty funny that at the point where she sat across from Blaine, she'd given up. She's like, I'm tired of talking to all these people. Everybody that says no. Okay, so what are you going to say to me? I can't give you crap. You're probably just going to tell me the same crap. And then he just goes and spills everything. And she's like, what?
Yeah, she was not expecting that. And he's just like, it's because I want immunity to the crimes I'm about to confess to. So I'm curious what those are going to be.
Yeah. And she kind of was, you got this inkling that she's kind of into him.
Yeah. Yeah.
That Blaine was, throwing off this charm, and she was falling for it, hook, line, and sinker.
I love the line where she even said later on to Liv, "Oh, that's somebody I'm working with. I think you'd be into him or whatever." And it's funny. It's because Blaine, who used to be a zombie, Liv, who's a zombie now, and it's just like, But I don't know, but Blaine's also going through a lot of other stuff. Like, he's got a bunch of his clients are missing, so a lot of his funding is disappearing, and he's not pleased about that.
Nope.
And then he's still trying to find the exact formula to recreate the utopium.
Mm-hmm.
Which their lead, Gabriel, who became really super religious now.
I thought was very entertaining. That was ironic.
Yeah, so I mean, the only way to get him to talk is he'd rather die first. The only way to get him to talk was to turn him into a zombie. So now he's dead.
You're like, oh.
And then he send him.
I don't know. I think he's gonna pull a whole. I mean, they were talking about it. The mute guy was like showing the guy on the phone like Jesus and stuff and rise from the dead. He's like, Jesus, no.
That was funny.
He wanted people to eat him, not eat other people.
It was an interesting conversation.
It was.
Well, because in pop culture, like, Zoe Zombie Jesus, So.
Yeah.
Because he rises again.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So it was funny to see them touching on that. But then, even after turning into a zombie, he still won't tell. So they just abandon him and say, well, when you're ready to talk, when you want the brains, when you want to be cured, come back. We'll make a deal. So it's going to be interesting to see this guy running around now, getting brains any way he can and surviving. and then realizing and having to go back to Blaine, because we know that's inevitable. He's got to go back to Blaine.
Eventually. I like to see him go on a few little rampages and do something stupid.
Mm-hmm.
You know, then he's like, oh no, I've killed people. Bleh.
Save me, I've killed people. Blah, blah.
Yeah. Oh.
He's not Big Hero 6.
He's not.
No. But then Major has a major problem.
Called Minor. No.
No. Not Miner's dog. I'm talking about his drug addiction.
Oh, I know.
His drug addiction. We find him waking up next to redheaded bimbo, and
she is so corny and cheesy and lame. I really just want to slap her face.
She is so stupid.
I mean, she's one of those love to hate characters because she's kind of needed.
Mm-hmm.
She has a bit of a comedic side to her, which also is kind of needed, especially in that situation. Major's just being stupid.
Well, it's the drugs.
It's the drugs.
I like that moment that he comes up with the kids that he actually mentored and is trying to get them, and they're all making fun of him. And I think it was that rock bottom thing that kicks you in the ass. Obviously.
I mean, I would have been sly about it and been like, "I'm undercover, bitches. Guess what? Bam, bam,
bam,
you guys in shit. I am in league with Peyton, and she's gonna crack down on you foos." But no, Major's not that smart.
No.
But he's got the drug problem.
He does.
So he felt bad for himself. He felt bad for what he had done. He felt bad for everything that's been going on. He's been on a very self-destructive just spiral.
Yeah.
And
the conversation with Liv didn't really show any signs of caring or anything either.
No, he had just done some, so.
Yeah, but that was the first step to the ass kicking. Because that was an awesome scene. And I really like that she kind of, all of a sudden got this, hey, because at first, they did the first part of the scene, and I'm like, oh, this is awesome. And then you just kind of close the door, and I'm like, are you really just going to walk away right now? And when she was all like, fuck no, and walked right back through the door, I'm all like, yeah, you fucking tell him.
Yeah. No, I liked how he's like, oh, who am I talking to? She's like, this is not the brain. This is me. Stop being an asshole, for one thing. Yeah, I like that scene. It was a really well done scene.
I mean, there's that, and then there was the fact that, the dog went missing.
Mm-hmm.
Right? The dog that Ravi named Minor, which is great because you have Major and Minor. It's absolutely great.
So cute. And that's, I mean, if he is not the werepuppy in the coming bits of the season, I'm going to be so sad because they've actually made him a character now. He's got a name. He's not just dog anymore.
Yeah. Basically. They've added a new character, so...
They have. But that introduction was good.
When he goes missing, right, then they never ended up saying whether or not they found him, did they?
Yeah, they did.
Ravi found him. Some people found him in the park where his owner was killed.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And, so he went and picked him up from a poster that he found.
Right.
So,
but Major didn't really seem to care.
He didn't care at all.
He's around somewhere, whatever. So, I mean, it's the thing with Liv. Then he goes and says Peyton could come stay with them without even consulting Ravi.
Yeah. He doesn't even say anything to Ravi at all about it.
Ravi's in the middle of a date when Peyton shows up.
It was like, awkward.
I mean...
the girl played it off like awesome.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She's like, oh, you used to hit that? High five, bro. And he's just like, yeah, I'm not falling for that.
Maybe he should have. Maybe she would have been like, all right, threesome.
Yeah.
Come on.
There you go, Ravi.
That's a whole too big of a step for Ravi right now, I think.
Yeah. I just love the fact where Ravi's just like, no, I'm not falling for that. It was great. It was a great line. But yeah, and then it's when he really spirals and he goes down some like back alley bumblefuck place. I don't even know where he went.
Bumblefuck.
Yeah, bumblefuck.
Yeah.
And
bumblefuck nowhere.
He goes to get drugs over by, some it looked like, that homeless bridge, whatever, that they live under.
Yeah.
And it ends up, it's one of the shelter kids is there, and it's like, whoa, you used to be the guy that used to try to keep us off the drugs. Here, you get some freebies because you've fallen way too far.
Yeah, basically. That
And
almost...
Major was just like, well, fuck. I am fucked.
I am a douche.
So.
Yep.
And to me, that whole epiphany thing was better than any way it could have been resolved from Liv. Like, having Major realize from the shelter kid was way better than Liv ever could have done.
Oh, yeah. He needed to realize that you have to, in any situation like this, with not just, this or depression or anything, you yourself have to realize you've hit rock bottom. And it usually takes some weird kick in the ass from some weird place that randomly, like that, for it to be like, oh, I need to fix something.
Right.
So, and there was multiple steps in that situation. It was, Ravi getting mad at him, for one, Liv getting mad at him, and then him going in there and going with the kids, I'm no better than the kids I was trying to save.
Probably
and
worse.
Now here they are making fun of me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, Liv's gonna find out what he's into because she knows he's with Max Rager. Mm-hmm. He's distant for a reason. She's gonna find out about the drugs. She's gonna find out about the murdering. I don't know if she's gonna flip, like go crazy on him, be like, "Why are you doing this?" Because the zombies be zombies, but they seem to be living normal lives, so they weren't harming anybody. So I don't know.
Well, he really didn't have any choice. I mean, that's all going to come out that he was protected.
Oh yeah, of course.
So it's gonna be a thing. But he made the first step to saying, I need help.
And personally, I feel like that dog is a huge target because the person that we saw that was killed has pictures of that dog, and if people recognize, and especially now since somebody identified the dog off of, in that park, that it's gonna get messy, and it's because that picture we've already seen. It's all over the news for the former owner and the dog. So as soon as that dog, they're gonna link it back to Major, and things are gonna get bad.
Yeah.
And then Peyton's gonna get caught up in the middle between Liv and Major, because now we see Major at the end going to Liv for help and get like super makeout session.
Mm-hmm.
So
maybe
kind of confirms that they can't be turned back into zombies. The cure is permanent. That's
we don't know if
they're swapping spit. That's
but we didn't see the aftermath at all. They were swapping spit. It's not like it's instant. It's not like he's gonna turn right then and there.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna.
We don't know how the exchanging of things works.
It might be like bigger juices.
Yeah.
More concentrated juices.
We don't know how the
obviously orange juice
scratching works. So I don't know.
I don't think it is, because if that was the case, Blaine would just be a zombie again.
Yeah, maybe it is. Maybe it's a perma. You can never become a zombie ever again because
I don't know. I think Peyton's gonna get in the middle of this. And then, but she's also going to find out that Major's using, and she's going to get in the middle that way. Because she's going to find the utopium in the house. Because she's there.
Yep. It's going to be messy.
It is. It's going to be really messy.
You ladies have anything else for next week, or before we get into next week?
Nope.
Next week. Love and basketball. Things are starting to get real. Liv and Detective Bavanaugh and Ravi investigate the mysterious death of a Pee-wee basketball coach. Liv, consumed with overzealous coach brains, gives Major a much-needed pep talk. That's going to be great. Meanwhile, things get a little crazy when Blaine and Ravi are forced to work together to recreate the cure. And finally, Detective Bavanaugh receives a surprise visit from Suzuki's widow, Helen.
Interesting. And as soon as I read the title, I thought of a movie that I watched when I was a teenager, and I watched it.
It's Air Bud.
No, Love and Basketball. It's called Love and Basketball.
Yeah, it's actually
It's a movie.
Okay.
And it's replaying in my head right now.
Perfect.
I watched it so many times.
Perfect.
And this is not going to be anything near it at all.
It's going to be totally like it.
No, it's not.
100%.
Nope.
Yep. It's going to be the exact same plot.
Definitely not.
Spoilers, they win the basketball game.
That's not how that goes either.
Wow, spoilers, they lose the basketball game.
I didn't say that either.
Spoilers, they don't even play basketball.
That's what's going to happen. There is
Nikki, where can the people find you?
They can find me on Twitter at LadyVenom24, LadyYVENOM24.
You slam dunked that. B, where can the people find you?
At HUFFITY,
Swoosh. You can find me down below at Phenomenon, PHEN.
Apparently I'm a swoosh.
I can't even. PHENOMEDOM. Where I just.
Goal! Wait, that's the wrong sport.
I was gonna say, I just hit a line drive.
Which is also the wrong sport.
Correct. So she beat me to it. You can also find the three of us and others on Facebook, Gmail, G+, Twitter, and right here on YouTube for some more podcasts or some of your favorite TV shows. Till next week, play ball!
Wow.
Wham, bam,
Oh,
thank you, ma'am.
So that isn't it? Shit, I don't know. Fucking hell.